what's up YouTube? GuNStAr-HeRo here, and I got a quick video for you guys. Lately, I've been getting a lot of requests on how to get your XiM4 to work with your Titan 1. This video here will demonstrate how to do just that. Get your XiM4 working with your Titan 1. Now, I do not have a CronusMax, so I'm not sure if this works with the CronusMax, but from what I've heard on the forums of the Titan 1 and XiM4, that the CronusMax and Titan 1 is pretty much the same thing. So you CronusMax users should be able to follow these steps and receive the same results, right? So I have all the items needed here right in front of me, right on my desk. So what you're going to need is, you're going to need a standard PS4 controller, right? I don't know if this method works with the Xbox One. It did at one point, but the XiM, they did an update, and it kind of messed up everything. And to get it to work, you had to use like a 360 controller or something like that to authenticate the Titan 1. It was a mess. It was a mess. I'm not sure if it's fixed. I haven't tried it in a while. I haven't even played my Xbox One in a while. But anyway, yeah, you need your standard PS4 controller, right? For the purpose of this video, I'm going to be using the PS4. So for you Xbox One users, I'm sorry. You're going to need your Titan 1. I'm doing this with one hand, so please forgive me. You're going to need your Titan 1. I have a USB cable plugged into the Titan 1, and I'm going to go over that later in the video. You need your XiM4, of course, too. And last but not least, you need, well, not last but not least, but this is like one of the most important pieces you need. This Belkin Easy Transfer cable. Without this cable, this method will not work. You need this specific cable right here. This Belkin Easy Transfer cable. It's a USB to USB cable, and you need it. If you don't have this cable, it will not work. And you need a PC. Now, I have a gaming PC here, and I love it. I play PC games when I'm playing by myself, and when I'm playing with my boys, I play on console. Now, I'm going to tell you why I use this method and why it's good. I'm going to tell you the pros and cons right at the end of the video. Now, you don't need to plug anything into your XiM4 but these items. I'm going to have the link in the description to the items you need, except for the PC. You got to get a PC on them. You could go get even if you got a bullcrap PC that at least have Windows 10 or Windows 8 on it, this will work. Right? So now let's just assemble everything, get everything working, and get this going. So what you want to do is, you want to first plug your PS4 controller into your console. Like I said, sorry Xbox users, I'm not sure if this worked with the Xbox One. I know that it does work with the 360, but I'm not sure if it works with the Xbox One. I had it working before, but I did an update and everything just went to shit. So you want to plug your PS4 controller into your #1 spot on the XiM4, right? And after you do that, you want to plug in your Belkin Easy Transfer cable. All right, so you plug this in the #2 spot. Just like so. So you have your PS4 controller, Belkin Easy Transfer cable. You want to then take your Belkin Easy Transfer cable and plug it into your PC. I usually plug it into a powered USB hub located right under my setup. I'll have the link to that in the description. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to plug it into the PC because I don't want to have any hiccups. Even though it's not going to hiccup, I just want to make it simple. I just want you guys to be able to follow the steps exactly once you obtain all the pieces you need to make the step work. So you plug it into the PC. And the XiM4 won't power on yet, because that's not how you get the XiM4 to power on. To get the XiM4 to power on, you have to plug the XiM4 into the console. So what you want to do is, you want to plug your XiM4 right into your Titan 1, right? So you want to take this part here and plug it into the Titan 1. One hand, like I said, sorry. Bear with me. Oh, wrong way. All right. Now, after you do that, Be careful. Don't want to drop anything. After you do that, you want to take your XiM4 Titan 1 combo and plug it into your console. And the console I'm using is the PS4. PS4 is powered on already. So I'm going to plug it in. And then you're going to see the lights start to flash. And the lights are also flashing on my XiM. Oh, it's done. So it's flashing on the Titan 1. And once you see that 0, that means it authenticated and you are good to go. That means it's working. So I'm going to move my XiM4 right here and put it on top of my PC. And this USB cable that I had hanging out of my XiM4, I'm not going to plug that in yet. I'll show you. I'll get back to that. So now we have the XiM4 set up with the Titan 1, and we have it working. Now, what you need, I'm going to put the camera down for a minute. What you need, you also need this program here, SandhawC. You get it from the XiM4 website. I'm going to have a link to it in the description. You open it up, and it's going to look like this. It's going to look like some old school, I want to say some MS-DOS old school looking shit. So you want to click, I'm going to click these 3 arrows so you can see, and go to About so you can see the manager version I'm running, and you can see the firmware version I'm running. Right here. All right, you can go on the forum and look that up. I'm not going to link that because it's probably new firmware out. I just haven't been on the forum website trying to download the new stuff in a while. Right? So you probably won't have anything here. It'll probably tell you to download STs and stuff like that. So once you have SandhawC installed in XiM4 Manager, you open it up. You open up SandhawC. You don't need to open up XiM4 Manager. Once you open up SandhawC, it's going to automatically open up XiM4 Manager. So you do that. You click connect to XiM4 Manager, and then activate polling rate. And if you have an ST set up, you should see it here. Now this is the ST I have set up. This is the console controller crossover. It's a neutral ST. I didn't want my XiM4 to open up to any specific ST. I just wanted a neutral ST. And this ST here allows you to play any controller on any console. So if I wanted to use my Xbox 360 Gods Among Us fight stick on my PS4, I can. And this is how I was able to do it, so I could play Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Right? So let's load up a ST. You would click new if you wanted a new ST, and you would click you would select one of these hundreds of STs here, and you would load it up. You would configure it, bada bing bada boom, and you would do it that way. But I'm gonna load up a ST of a game that I already have set up, which is Battlefield 4, and I'm just going to show you quickly how to bind keys. You click this arrow, you click that pencil in the box up there, you go down, you click buttons, and these are my buttons, my button setup, and you just click. I'm going to go over to secondary. You don't need to go over to secondary. You stay right here on primary, and this is how you set up. You go over to secondary. If you want to go over to secondary, you can, but it doesn't make sense. This is just if you want to use like another key to do the same thing. Like for Destiny, you need to press R1, L1 to activate your supers, right? So what you would do is you would go over to secondary, and then if you have your primary set up to my primary keys for R1, L1 is Q and back, right? That's on the mouse. Now for Destiny, that wouldn't work. I wouldn't want to press Q on the keyboard and back on my mouse at the same time. What I want to do is I want to go up here to a R1, and I want to set one key to this, and I want to go to L1 and set the same key that I set for R1 to do it, right? So this is how you do it. This is how you activate this. This is like the final step right here. This is how you activate it. You press this key right here, the pause break key. Once you press it, the XiM4 will hijack everything. Will hijack your mouse. You see how it says enabled? All right, let me disable. You see, it says disabled. Once you press this key here, it says disabled. You can't move your mouse. I'm moving my mouse right now, and nothing is happening. If I disable it, I can move my mouse. It hijacks it. right? So now to bind keys, this is what you want to do. You want to click R1, right? It says listening, and let's just say for Destiny, I want to have my super keys to Q. I would click there, click Q. I would press it. I would press the I would press the button I want to set. So I'm going to go with L1 here. I'm going to press it. Press the pause break button. Once you click it, pause break, and then I'm going to press Q. Boom. So now R1 and L1 is my super button. So when I get my super, I just press Q. Bada bing, it activates my super, and I'm good to go. So I'm just going to quickly disable it. To clear the buttons you set with this method, you click on it twice. 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So I'm going to just go back. Don't need to save. And I'm going to switch over to the console so you guys can see some stuff in action. So I'm just going to bam. All right. So now I'm going to hit pause break, and I'm going to bingo. So now if you look, I'm going to use my mouse to look around. I'm gonna hit pause break, right? I hit pause break. I can't use it. It's on my desktop. My desktop is enabled. It's on desktop mode. Once I hit pause break, it's in gaming mode, hijack mode. So I can use my keyboard to walk around, and I can use my mouse to look around, and I can use my Logitech G13 that I have over here in the cut. I just bought it. I'm testing it out. I actually like it. I rather use my keyboard though, but I'm trying to get used to hand pads. I actually went on vacation and I didn't have a keyboard to play the Destiny 2 beta, so I just decided to buy this. So next time I do go on vacation, I could just pack something small. I won't have to put a big keyboard in my bag. I could just use this hand pad. So bingo, everything works. Like, this is how I get my Titan 1 to work with my XiM4. Right, this is it. Now I use this method because back when I bought my first mechanical keyboard, which is this Razer Black Widow right here, right? Razer for some reason does not have onboard memory on their gaming products. They don't have it on their keyboards, and they don't have it on their mice. So let's just say if you wanted to go to a friend's house with your keyboard and your mouse, and it's a Razer product, you would need to download the Razer Synapse software at their house and use it that way. And I just think that was just stupid, because Razer, their products are pretty pricey and they don't have this one feature. Now this one feature is important because this is how developers, like PC peripheral developers, save the software onto their keyboard, their products. Now on keyboards you have a piece of technology. I'm not going to say a piece of technology, some software technology that enables anti-ghosting. Now ghosting is basically if you press more than 5 keys at once and let go, it'll lock your character up. Your character will still be walking. So like back when before I had this method working, I would play Battlefield 3, and let's just say I wanted to get crazy. I would strafe, kill an opponent, and then when I let go, my character would still be walking like this. And it's like, yo, I'll let go and it'll get me killed, because like if I kill one opponent and I hit a corner and then I think I stopped and my character still be walking, I'll come out and I'll get gunned down. And that was annoying. And I kept complaining. I wasn't complaining, like I was trying to find a solution. So I would go to the XiM forums and ask if there's anything I can do to fix this. And everybody was telling me, oh, Razer products are pretty shitty with XiM. And it's shitty with XiM. It's good on PC because you can have your Razer Synapse software help you out, but using the XiM with Razer products is terrible. It is terrible. I don't know how some of you guys do it. Some of you guys claim that with your Razer Def Adder, it's like the best mouse you ever use, but you're not taking full advantage of your Razer Def Adder mouse with without using it this way. If you're using it the regular XiM way with plugging your mouse into the XiM4, you're not getting the full benefits of it. Trust me when I tell you that. You're not getting the full benefits of it. Because when you do it that way, when you plug your Razer mouse into your XiM4, you are using the basic standard settings of the Razer Def Adder. You're not using the full settings. So I have a Razer mouse here, right? So I'm going to take it and I'm going to use it, right? Oh, sorry. So I have it here, and I'm going to disable it. Disable the control of the game, and I'm going to switch over to my desktop. Now, let's just minimize SandhawC here, and let's just open up Razer Synapse. Let's just minimize this, and Razer Synapse. Open Razer Synapse, right? So now I'm taking full advantage of it. My keyboard is getting the anti-ghosting technology. My mouse, I could go to is it performance? Yes, and I could set it to whatever sensitivity I want. So I have it on 6400 sensitivity. Let's just set the sensitivity down to 100, and let's hit enable. Well, hold on, let me go to the this real quick, and let me enable the Elgato so you can see the gameplay. Now I'm gonna hit I'm gonna enable. You see how slow it's moving? That's because it's on 100 sensitivity. Now if you guys are using the standard XiM, you could press these buttons here and change the DPI settings, but I have these buttons set to something different, and that's how I use it. But I wouldn't recommend using 100 sensitivity. Like, this is terrible. So I'm going to go over, click the this, and I'm going to go back to the software here, and I'm going to bump that back up to 6400, and I'm going to go right back here, and I'm going to enable the Elgato, and look at that. You see how fast that is right there? That's awesome. That's awesome. That is awesome right there. This is how I play. You know, I don't use my Razer mice because I'm just not a big fan of Razer mice anymore, like Razer products. I think they're like cheapening the product and trying to sell it to you for the same price. I don't know what's wrong with those guys, but I don't know, man. I don't condone what they do. But the old products they have, if you have some of their old products, they're still awesome. They work wonderful. And let me just tell you the pros and cons of using this method right here. Now, the pros, I just explained one of them to you. You can take full advantage of any software you have for your keyboard. And the most important part, you can use any keyboard, any mouse with the XiM4 using this method. If you go to the XiM4 website, they have a section that tells you peripherals that don't work. You can use any keyboard and any mouse with this method. As long as you have them plugged into your PC, have the Belkin Easy Transfer cable plugged into the XiM4, and then have the other end plugged into your PC. You plug your XiM4 into your console. You don't need the Titan 1 to make this method work. I was just showing one guy that asked me how I get this method to work. I was just showing him how I get it to work. But this method, you do not need the Titan 1. The Titan 1 is just the added extra. Now, you can use any keyboard, any mouse, and you can go ham. So, see, look, I'm using my Logitech G13, or I can switch over to my Razer keyboard. I'm using my Razer Mamba 2012, or I can switch over to my Logitech G502. You see it? Everything is plugged into my PC. Everything plugged into the PC. It's awesome. Like I'm telling you, this method is awesome. You can use any mouse, any keyboard. That what they said on the XiM4 website, you don't need to pay attention to that. It works this way, and it works 100%. Well, I'm not going to say 100% because if you have macro keys, you would have to open up the software and program those macro keys, like I have on the side here of my Razer Black Widow. But I don't use the macro keys on the keyboard. I just need that. I just needed everything to be on my mouse, right?